So I was thrilled to hear that Tony and Ziva were coming back.
Oh, good.
And I watched the first episode, and I really enjoyed the tone of it.
Mm-hmm.
When you were approaching doing a show with them,
Yep.
what was your thought process on how to differentiate from NCIS and why go this more serialized route?
Well, I didn't want to differentiate. I didn't want to change the tone, but I love the tone of NCIS. Especially love the tone of their relationship. So it really grew out of that. Just really the creation of Don Belisario and his writers. But I did feel like, and I felt very strongly about this, that because there had been so much time had passed, it'd been really the last time we saw Tony was 2016? 2013. I can't remember. Anyway, a long time ago. But the last time we saw Ziva was 2020. And I felt that there was a hunger to explore the missing years. And I felt that maybe a different writer would have felt different, but I didn't feel like I could do their characters with any real depth and then just have a murder beat. I needed something continuous. And what that allowed me to do, and the other writers, was the pressure never lets up on it. That every episode, like you saw the first episode, the second episode, spoiler, a fleet of autonomously driving cars tries to kill them. And that actually has a big impact on their relationship. And they then find out later that Tali's in danger. That has a big effect on the relationship. And you couldn't tell that kind of story if we were stopping and starting every week. And fortunately, CBS was very gracious about letting me do that. I also felt like streaming is a little bit of a different animal than network. I've never worked in streaming, but I worked in cable, and I worked a lot in network. And the thing about streaming, this is mostly as a viewer, as a fan, is I love getting pulled in and addicted. And I love the fact that we're going to show the first 4 episodes in one night.
I agree, and I think it helps with a show like this where you're doing that you get a bunch at once, and then you can kind of slow it down.
Yeah.
When you were thinking about how to pick up with these characters, what swayed you one way or the other in terms of starting with them separated but as co-parents rather than back together?
I just felt that was realistic. I felt like there was. I had a strong instinct that when they first got together in 2020, their intent was to be a couple and to raise Tali as a couple. And then I felt like something went horribly wrong somewhere between 2020 and 2025. And they're now sort of on the other side of it, and they're kind of at peace with it. But we realized, because of the circumstances of the plot and being in danger and being on the run, that allows us to put pressure on them that reveals what's really going on under the surface. That they were both leading kind of a polite lie in 2025. And the plot of the story is, when they're made fugitives, rips the Band-Aid, just rips it open.
I enjoyed the little nod to NCIS with the badges.
Mm-hmm. That was fun.
Yeah, I love that I would keep it if I was them. What was the most fun for you in terms of giving back those nods, but then trying to keep them different?
Well, that was good. I don't want to mention the ones in the future because they're spoilers, but I definitely thought that was just a lot of fun. I thought the fans would like it.
And what are you most excited for fans to see this season?
Honestly, just them. And to also really get to know their daughter, and then hopefully, as we thread in new characters who are interacting with Tony and Ziva, that I really hope that we're once again, like the original show, building a family. That will be under terrible, terrible pressure and in terrible danger. So,
thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.